Hello and welcome to another pen video from me, Penultimate Dave. So here I have another pen from BENU, and this is on loan to me from Derek at Stonecott Fine Writing Supplies. So I'd like to thank Derek for loaning me this pen for review. So I think a little bit about BENU. BENU is a creative brand of writing instruments and desk accessories designed and handcrafted in Moscow, Russia. A daring concept, bold texture, combinations and a vivid colour palette are the key characteristics of the BENU collection. BENU's team of designers and artisans take great care to create highly unusual writing instruments to surprise and delight. The writing instrument industry has a vast range of producers offering a great variety of classic and prestigious pens. What BENU constantly strived for and what BENU wanted from the very beginning was to create something different, something that was playful, stylish and, of course, fun. BENU is a young and trendy Russian brand of writing instruments and accessories. Its story began in January 2016 when co-founders Alex and Kate decided to join forces to set up a new creative concept. Right from the start, the aim was clear: to make writing instruments and desk accessories for those who prefer bold, bright colours and new designs. Both Alex and Kate have experience in fine watch, jewellery and home decor markets, launching multiple successful projects over the last 15 years. Being great admirers of the art of creating fountain pens, they decided to create BENU, a new brand of writing pens and accessories. The first collection of BENU pens was launched in October 2016 with their efforts, the help of several contractors and the immense support of family and friends. The BENU is an ancient Egyptian deity associated with the sun, creation and rebirth. The BENU bird is also one of the oldest known names of the phoenix, a majestic and divine creature that dies and is reborn throughout time. As BENU is also a bird, the fact that the quills are one of the most well-known prototypes of fountain pens and most commonly used symbols of writing instruments makes a bird a perfect symbolic representation of a company that produces pens and desk accessories. So, let's take a look at this pen in a little bit more detail. So it comes in this cardboard box, and then you'll see here on the bottom it says Snow Season, and it's a medium nib. So I think let's lift the lid of this box. It's a cardboard box, and you get a number of things in this box. You get the pen in this cardboard pouch. You also get an ink cartridge, and that's an international long cartridge. You get this BENU paper here, and it details how you care for the pen, and it's concertinaed together. And then you have this sort of paper strip bedding. So this is all reusable material, so this can also all go in a recycling bin if you wanted to. And then you have the pen in the pouch, and this is again a cardboard pouch, so completely reusable. And then you have this, and this is the BENU Snow Season, and this really is a beautiful pen. Now, I don't normally go for white pens, but if I go for a white pen, I want something that really is more of a milky white colour, and this does that very well. So you can see here the amount of sort of glitter dust that is there in that pen as you rotate that cap, and also in the body as well. Now you also get on the cap band here, it says BENU. Now the pen is a little bit more of a sort of cigar shaped blimp type of size or shape. It tapers right down to a point here, and it then tapers all the way out to the cap band and then all the way back down again to the blind cap or finial. Now this pen is actually faceted, and if you can see it here, it's actually faceted like a diamond. So it's got a lot of diamond shapes in that material, and that is not an easy thing to do when you're making a pen. I will just say that there right now. Now if I unscrew the cap, you'll notice here it also has a number 5 size nib, and that is a medium nib. So it is a small nib, but in the size of my hand this is actually quite nice. And if I hold the pen down right at the section, you can see there that even in my larger hands this pen fits quite well. Even if I hold it up more around the threads, because I tend to like a little bit of a thicker section, more girthier section, then you can still see that it sits comfortably there in the crook of my hand. Now, in terms of can you post this cap, you cannot. It's not designed to post, and that's really because of all of these sort of diamonds that you've got going on there. To try and line all of those diamonds up would be very, very difficult. So this is a pen that shouldn't be posted. Now, if I unscrew the body here, you'll see it comes with a standard international converter, so you can use that with any bottled ink. But for me, the size of this pen is actually quite nice, and the weight of the pen as well. These are made of plastic, and the number 5 size nib is a steel nib, and you can see there the plastic ABS feed. So I think with that, let's do a size check, a weight check, we'll do a pen comparison, and then we'll do a writing sample. So in terms of the size of the pen, we are looking at around about 137 millimeters in length, and the length of the cap is 60 millimeters in length. And the length of the body to the tip of the tines on the nib, we are looking at about 126 millimeters in length. So it's not a bad length pen. So the full weight of the pen, uninked, we are looking at just over 19.5 grams. The weight of the cap, we are looking at just under 4.5 grams. That's quite a light cap. And then the weight of the body, we are looking at just over 15 grams. So it's actually a really nice weight pen. So from left to right, we have an Atelier Lusso Carina in the Diamond Nebula, an Atelier Lusso Carina in the Black Ice, an Atelier Lusso Andromeda in the King Cobra, an Atelier Lusso Andromeda in the Dragon, a BENU Snow Season, an Atelier Lusso Andromeda in the Vulcan's Forge, an Atelier Lusso Andromeda in the Tectonic Seas, a John Twist Volcano, a Leonardo Officina Italiana Momento Zero in the Hawaii, and a Leonardo Officina Italiana Momento Zero in the Grande Sand. Now, I think let's go and do a writing sample. So, the first thing you're going to be thinking, if you know me very well, is how am I going to ink this up with a white ink? Because I do match my ink colours to the pen. Well, clearly you don't get very many white fountain pen inks. And the ones you do get are very watery, because fountain pen inks are watery by nature. So unfortunately I'm not going to ink this up with a white ink. I thought about going with a black ink, but in the end I decided to go with another ink. So this is the BENU, and this is the Snow Season. And this is a medium steel nib, and the ink in here today is Pelican, Edelstein, and it is Jade. Now this is a medium nib, so if I do a line variation, this is what you will get from a medium nib normally. It's about the right width, and then if I push this a little bit more, you can get a little bit more line variation. If I push that nib a little bit more, now it is a steel nib, so you're not going to get a huge amount of line variation from most steel nibs. In terms of ink wetness, let's check that. So it's quite a wet nib. It's not a fire hose nib. It's not a super wet nib, but it's a nib that you can write with in a journal or a notebook, and you shouldn't have too much problems in being able to turn the page and then continue writing with. For me, this is a really nice medium nib. It's well tuned. It's a smooth writing nib. It doesn't have baby's bottom. There's no feedback to the nib. So for me, it actually writes nicely and how I would expect a medium nib to write. Now, in terms of the pen itself, I do love this whiteness and this very sort of milky white colour, with also this lovely silver sort of glitter that's going on in the pen. Now, this glitter isn't on the surface, it's actually underneath, so you cannot feel any of that glitter, and it's then polished to a high standard. So it's actually a really nicely made pen for the price. Now, the Snow Season retails for £72.50 at the moment on Stonecott Fine Writing Supplies. If you want to take a look at that pen, go over to Derek at Stonecott Fine Writing Supplies. If you want to look at either this BENU pen or any other BENU pens, Derek has a lot of BENU pens there for sale. So again, I'd like to thank Derek for loaning me this pen for review. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next pen video. Bye bye.